Hi, I'm Randolph Miller, and welcome to Bounce Around Charleston. Esau Jenkins and Janie Jenkins, they're being honored at the Smithsonian Institute and here in Charleston at Gadsden's Wharf. Abraham and Adrena, son and granddaughter, will be here to tell us about that. And Carrie Kessler and Yuri Becker from the Cirque du Soleil Symphony, they'll be here to tell us about a wonderful show here in Charleston at the Gilliard Auditorium. And then wonderful music right here on Bounce Around Charleston. Okay, we're here on Bounce Around Charleston, and what a wonderful historic event. Jenkins family Smithsonian event at the Gadsden's Wharf. And I've got two of the family members of Esau Jenkins here to tell us all about it. We have Mr. Abraham B. Jenkins. He's the president of the Progressive Club of Johns Island, and he's the son of Esau and Janie Jenkins. And then I have also standing here with me Miss Adrena Jones, and she's the chairperson of the Esau and Janie Jenkins project, and she's a granddaughter. Well, what better two people to tell us about this event? Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Jenkins Family Smithsonian event. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, you want to start?
Sure. So we are partnering with the City of Charleston and the Charleston Preservation Society of Charleston to do a send-off for the Smithsonian grand opening in Washington, D.C.
In Washington, D.C.
Yes, that's going to be on September 24th. And 2 years ago, they sent portions of his VW bus from the Civil Rights Movement up to the Smithsonian. They came down and packaged it, but now we're sending the family, packaging us to go up there and celebrate with them. So we're quite excited about it. We have about 40 family members leaving from here, but it's going to be almost 100 of us there in DC.
Wow. And tell me a little about Esau Jenkins. Tell me a little bit about your father.
Well, he started off pretty young. He stopped school in the 4th grade, and because he had to help daddy and everyone else. His mother died when he was 8-year-old, so he grew, and his father remarried again, and when he remarried, the woman he married to had 2 boys. Okay. And they were almost the same age, but he was a little older, so he ended up doing most of the work. So he got tired of that, so he stopped. So he needed to move on. And he was one of the civil rights person in this area.
Absolutely. He actually started with the Citizens Committee when he really needed to find a way to educate the African American children on Johns Island because there wasn't a school. And he transported them from Johns Island to downtown Charleston, Burke, which at that time was the only African American high school. So at that time, he went to Charleston County and said, how do we make it better on the island?
Wow.
And from there, they got a school on the island, and then he also went to Highlander in Tennessee, and even people like Martin Luther King came to learn from him at the Progressive Club.
Isn't that something?
So that they can start the civil rights movement itself.
Okay. Now, who are some of the participants on this program?
So we have a lot of great people that's going to be a part of the program. We have the Moving Star Hall Singers, who also have a CD at the Smithsonian, but they were there traveling with him. We have Mayor Tecklenburg is going to be there, and he's going to open up as a partner with the City of Charleston. We have, a lot of great people that's going to be there.
Okay. Well, tell me something. What is the greatest lesson your parents left you with that you have passed on to your children?
Well, there was so many of it, but the one that makes sure that they get an education.
Yes.
And he makes sure that, he stopped in the 4th grade, but he went back to school. He went to Henry P. Archie in the city, and he went to Reverend G.C. Brown and Reverend Coleman, and they all started teaching him, and he said, well, I stopped in the 4th grade, but y'all going to try to get people start. He said, why are you sending these kids on to school?
So to him, education was very important.
One of the main things.
Okay. Tell me something. What do you want people to know about your grandmother?
My grandmother.
Oh, Lord.
Janie B. Jenkins.
Yes.
She's the unsung hero, a part of that relationship. She sat in the background and did a lot of the work. Well, he went out and did a lot of the work for the community and for the civil rights. So from the businesses that they owned, from just keeping the family united and keeping him strengthened as he went along.
Okay.
She was the CFO, the CEO, everything else that needed to make sure that the family, the community, as well as the businesses kept going.
So it goes back to saying, beside every good man, there is a good woman.
Absolutely.
Okay. So when the attendees come to the event, what do you hope they walk away with?
We want them to walk away with more knowledge about both of the individuals. We want them to walk away with a mission to go and do more in their communities and in their environment. We're bringing in almost 200 Charleston County School District students because they believe so much into education. So they're joining forces, and as we teach them at a younger age, that they can continue to keep progressing on as older adults. And the adults who come, we want them to go with the mission.
Go with the mission.
To be a better citizen.
Esau and Janie Jenkins.
Yes, sir.
So now we're going to the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. to celebrate their lives.
Yes.
And give us the date again.
The date of the Smithsonian grand opening is September 24th. The event here in Charleston, which is the family send-off, is Thursday, September 22nd from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Gadsden's Wharf, the future site of the International African American Museum.
Okay, and then there's a website.
The website, esaujenkins.org. And from there, you can go to the event page. And there's also more information about him and the organizations.
Okay, well, I think that's a wonderful event for people to become a part of. And Esau Jenkins and Janie Jenkins, very historical in this area. Okay? And your family's been, I told you all, been a part of my life because one of the daughter-in-laws taught me from 8th to 12th grade, Alfreda Jenkins.
Yes.
So I'm a part of this family also.
Exactly.
Okay, you heard it right here on Bounce Around Charleston. It's the Jenkins Family Smithsonian event, and it's going to be at the Gadsden's Wharf. One more time, the date?
Thursday, September 22nd at 10 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m.
And the Gadsden's Wharf is number 10, Wharfside Street, Charleston, South Carolina. And there's a phone number, 1-888-896-6076. We expect to see you there. We'll be right back after this break.